Salut, sacred souls! It is Sirian Mermaid, and welcome back to the channel. All right, Sagittarius, I'm so excited. It is our time. Well, it's your time. It's not my sign, but it's your time, and we're going to look into what you need to know during this cycle of time, the next few weeks out forecast. And yes, I have my candle going for my beautiful fire sign, Cerulean Surf and Sea. Cerulean Surf and Sea. Cerulean's always been my favorite color since I was a little girl, and it makes sense now when I realized, one of my spiritual guides told me later in life, in more recent years, that I am a Sirian starseed. So it made perfect sense. Every single thing about a Sirian starseed applied to me, especially with loving the color blue. Everything is blue on my table, okay? Blue and gold. Period. All right, Sagittarius, let's get into your messages. I'm going to go ahead and turn over the hourglass. We're going to get it started. And Spirit, let me know what's popping, what's shaking, what's grooving, what is baking for my Sagittarian soul tribe. Okay, it's a very good vibe. It's a very good vibe. Something about your father is coming up. Healing some wound or a bond with your father. The High Priestess, something about your divine feminine energy as well. Very intuitively powerful. We have the Empress, the Eight of Swords. Okay, Sag. Some of you, let's look into that a little bit deeper. Okay, we're going to take 4. Okay, there's a 5th one that wants to come up, but we're going to give that a second. Okay, so some of you could have had really strict parents or really strict dad growing up. And maybe you felt a little bit, this is very specific already. That's crazy. But some of you could have dealt with some really strong, more aggressive masculine energies growing up, or just more cold, more to the point. This could even be, you know, like I say, take it as it resonates, because women can and do hold masculine energy just as women hold feminine energy. And so does men. They hold feminine energy and they have feminine energy as well. So this is all about duality and all about your internal aspects. There is a balance of both in both men and women. So I say take masculine energies, feminine energies as they apply to your situation. Sometimes I get more of a download, like this feminine energy is an actual woman. You know, especially if that's your mother, your birth mother, that would be a woman, right? At least assigned female at birth, right? But again, you'll have to take this as it resonates, because there are masculine women, there are feminine men. And I believe by default, we are biologically, biochemically, and spiritually wired a certain way as males, females, men, women. But I don't know, I feel like I need to go into this, Sagittarius, but this could be something like you're having certain discussions with someone about, I heard a back and a forth, like about your principles, about what you believe, about maybe how it is that you identify. And with the 6 of Pentacles, maybe sometimes you go back and forth with what you believe or what you think of yourself based on what you were taught to believe. We have the Hermit. I feel like there's a side of you that is a bit hidden or disguised. I think you do this to protect yourself, but you could also be cloaking your energy to preserve something from somebody else's limiting beliefs. I'm going to get deeper. This is a very interesting thread of energy. This is separate from this thread of energy. And hopefully this additional card will help us tie it all together. Okay, 6 of Cups. This is like a past thread of energy that is bearing relevance to your present timeline. It's something that you were given, something that was passed down to you. This could also be a generational blessing, not a curse. It could be a blessing that was passed down to you, but you could have trouble understanding it or stepping into that power that you have inherited, and trying to discern how you're going to take responsibility of that, or what this means for you, how you're going to carry it forward. I have a very specific download. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius. So for some of you, just take this as it resonates. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll try to generalize it since we have a collective. But what I'm getting is that some of you have the energy of someone who has inherited something. It could be money, blessings, whatever generational thing from your bloodline, right? Your family. And certain other siblings, it could have been the eldest sibling has inherited, or older siblings is what I was getting. Get a certain favor or blessing on something, but you may have felt like the underdog or the runt, but you're the one who actually holds the no. Yes, but you hold the capacity for whatever this is that's been passed on to your bloodline. You're actually the one who should be taking this particular baton. You may have had trouble understanding it or knowing how to step into that, right? So say, for example, in your bloodline, you're meant to be the first millionaire in your family, right? Not saying that no other family member could do that. That's not what this is. This is not about who can do what and who. It just seems like you were particularly destined for something in your life. But you may have isolated yourself because you didn't feel part of the whole. I think your light is truly bright. You may be too scared to shine all of it because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how bright it's going to shine. You don't know who's going to be affected. But I'm getting to that. None of that shit matters. Okay, Sagittarius. I'm not saying that you're the sign that overly cares, right? Which is, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. Because over caring, like Cancers, hi, hello, like Cancers can do, over feeling, over caring is what puts us in undesirable situations at times, as in when a Cancer is unevolved, right? But what I'm getting here is that you are going within and really getting acquainted with your power. I think you're preparing to shine with this quiet light, but your light is not quiet. You may try to cloak yourself. Yes, it can work if you have certain knowledge. You are a bearer of a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of spiritual gifts. You have a lot of spiritual potential. But I think you also may not feel like you have the right circumstances or environment to fully come alive in that and to step into that. For people to see you how you see yourself, how you know who you are. And you may feel like other or second to somebody else, although you're the one who is meant to take this throne because you're the one who has the answers. It's like everybody's in a circle, right? People are arguing, bickering, complaining, or they need this, we need that, I don't know where to find this. Like everyone's confused, right? And getting frustrated due to that confusion. Whole time you're the person with the answer and everyone keeps cutting you off. That's exactly what this feels like. You may have felt like, oh my God, when is my time gonna come? I feel stuck, or I feel like I'm speaking to the wrong crowd. You're not around the people who necessarily who can receive it, who are actually deserve to have that. And that's why you may have felt like isolated a lot or not seen or heard growing up in your family or whatever community or environment that you're in, that you're struggling with assimilating into or ascending through. It wasn't the pathway for you. You are not meant to be initiated by other. You're meant to be initiated through self, through the journey of self. You don't need a teacher or 1, 2, 3, whatever. You're the 9th sign of the zodiac. 9 represents this it's the number of mastery, fulfillment, completion. It is a master number, so life path 9s. You could be a life path 9. You could be seeing angel number 999 a lot, seeing things that add up or reduce to the number 9. 9 is a huge thing for you. I heard 9. We're 9 days away from something, some major breakthrough. The Magician on the bottom. The Magician, y'all. You're manifesting something. 9 days. Within 9 days. What else, Spirit? It could be a challenge. I don't know what's going on here. You're manifesting what? 4 Pentacles reversed. You're releasing like a lack mindset or limiting belief or someone or something that represents that in your life. I think you're tired of being dissatisfied. You're taking your power back from people who tried to drain you, your resources. Maybe you overgave as well. You were just like really generous. Oh man. Energy's starting to get a little bit heavier, y'all. I'm trying to get out of this particular cycle, but wave of energy. Yeah, it's like you could have definitely been repressed, suppressed. And I think that's why you're also born a Sagittarius, so you can overcome these kinds of cycles and really move forward into being free. If you felt really stuck or repressed or just, I don't know, stuck somewhere in your life, in a town, in a family structure, in some sort of commitment, some sort of expectation, some sort of societal, whatever the fuck. Excuse my language, Sag. I just feel your frustration of feeling repressed. Like, when is it going to be my time? Yeah, a lot of you just maybe don't even get along with your family, or you don't seem anything like your family. Like, I don't know, like you kind of seem like you're really different from your family. You could also have like these inner child wounds from family, like that just, I don't know. I think it left a bad taste in your mouth, and you're just ready to like release that stuff. You're ready to release that stuff. Okay. What else, Spirit? Anything else for Sag from the Modern Witch Tarot? Okay, what's this? Yeah, it's like a new opportunity. Something where you could be getting a new position, job, some sort of source of income. Just an opportunity for you to not be stuck here. It could even be like there's something new that you're doing in your day that you say you're, for example, you're stuck at home in this really sad, depressing energy, and it's just like you don't get enough lighting in that home, or just the same old negativity in the home, and you feel like a little bit out of control of the energies. Say you even work at home, something like that. You're home a lot, maybe more often than you'd like to be. Because maybe your home doesn't feel like as much of a haven for you. I feel like there's more opportunities for you to go outside, to be outside, where this doesn't have to affect you nearly as much as you gather your bearings. Also, a big thing is, I just want to tell you to save, Sagittarius, and invest in things that are actually going to give you a return, not to overgive to those who don't do the work themselves. And they're not investing in anything that's going to bring a profit later either. Like, they just want money for casual stuff that doesn't do anything for them or for you, for anyone. You're being called to stay away from that kind of stuff. Yeah. You know, you can afford to be a little more selfish at this time, I will say. Because yes, you're coming up as very caring, generous, and giving. We have, the Queen of Cups. Full reverse, I don't know, maybe there's a fear that you'll lose certain things, certain people, if you don't compromise. But I think you know better than to compromise on things that you feel is or isn't right, or doesn't go by what you understand is true. Because I feel like a lot of people that, honestly, you could be smarter than a lot of people who are older than you. You come off as somebody who, you may not say it or try to come off as like arrogant or I know that and this and this and that, but it's like a lot of people tell you shit you already know. That's exactly what I'm getting from you. You're not like coming off as a know-it-all, but it's like other people are coming off as know-it-alls around you, and it's like you already knew that stuff. They just want a sounding board to somewhere to sound their thoughts to, and it's unfair that you've been at the brunt of it. But you'll learn a lot more about human psychology just by observing people and their lack of awareness of your intelligence, or how you feel in the conversation, or your perspective, your attitudes. You're used to seeing people project onto others, including yourself, and I think you don't have any sort of attachment to that or any inclination to participate in that dynamic. You see a lot more than what others can see. I think your level of consciousness you may have repressed for some time being in the environment that you're in. It feels like a cloud over your head. And I know this is a bit heavier, Sag, but this is what you needed to know, you know? Oh, okay. What else, Spirit? Wow. It just feels like you need to get away from like overbearing energies too. Start from scratch. Yes. Like literally start from scratch. Ugh. I don't know. I feel like the situation you're in, you could do better than that. Like, respect yourself and be respected. Yeah, like just having more boundaries around what you're doing and who you're associating with. Inner child healing, that'll help your inner child to heal more too when you kind of are able to pull back your energy, focus on you, and just, even if it's not immediate, I feel like there's big changes on the way very soon that is going to pivot you in the direction of your desires. Breathe and find inner calm. So even meditation, you know, incense, and it's 4:20 on the recording capacity timer, but yeah, like just air magic. Do air magic. I'm not saying smoke. I don't smoke. I don't promote that for anyone. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. But however you go about doing air cleansing, I would say like do some sort of respiratory something, like do a steam treatment to clear out your respiratory system if there's gunk in there, or clear, you know, your nostrils if you're congested or clogged. Something about becoming uncongested, drinking some more water, maybe doing some sort of, I know everybody hates those like nasal things where you pour the water into your nose. I know, but some of you need to become decongested. Like you're coming up as something with your nasal, your nostrils, like your nose clog, or like your ear, cleaning out your ear, cleaning out the orifices of your body, like cleaning out the holes where things go in and come out, right? Replenish and invigorate yourself, your spirit. See, it's like you need to do like a cleansing, like in and out. Cleanse your body, cleanse all your chakras. Just reset. That's all that was. Detach to see clearly. Yeah, just releasing a lot of different ties, cleansing your body, resetting the energy so your inner child could truly heal, right? And then connect with spirit. This will help you also connect deeper with spirit. When you're you cleanse your physical temple, you're gonna be what I like to call lighter bodied, meaning of the spirit. Your spirit is lighter because your body is clean, so it can welcome in higher vibrational energies, which are just they're just lighter. They don't feel as dense, as heavy, you know. And look, I mean, literally, Sag, this is crazy because I don't know if I told you guys. I told the other signs that I recorded and it failed, but basically I recorded like Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Like I recorded a bunch of different signs and they all failed. And that's when I started the TikTok Evil Eye series and like just got some more downloads that wound up being really good for the tribe on TikTok, Instagram Reels. And I posted a few of those. The first couple parts on the YouTube Shorts section here on the channel. But what's crazy is the same downloads or even higher, the more elevated, are coming out. But it's like, I can't make it up. It's like, even when I reset the message, it's my guides are confirming something for me that, hey, trust spirit, right? Trust the Most High, trust your spirit guides, your spiritual team, because what's true is always going to be true. So it doesn't matter what other people say, how much time has passed, there's no construct that is going to confine you, Sagittarius, that changes your truth. Your truth is timeless. It is above this realm. Your spirit ascends the material realm. So remember that even if people can't recognize what's in front of them at the time that they see you, don't let that don't let that influence how you see yourself. Don't let people discredit you and your power. Keep pressing forward. Keep pushing on. Keep asserting your essence, your energy, you know, not arrogantly, but just confidently. Just stand in your knowing, in your power, you know. And then we have channel. You're very spiritual, very, very I don't know how familiar you are with your gifts, but you are a very gifted soul. You have a lot of potential to be very ascended in this lifetime. Right? This is a powerful incarnation for you. Not to say your past lives didn't mean this, like have the same significance, but they've all culminated for this lifetime to really be your big one. And it says channel, downloads, clairvoyance, flashes, information delivered. You're going to be pulling in a lot of downloads as you cleanse your system. Declog your system. Drain your system from the draining energies that were draining you and blinding your vision. Tomorrow, yes, your third eye chakra definitely cleanse your third eye chakra, do third eye meditations, very important. Tomorrow, begin again, continue ahead, better days and relief. That's what it says. Like I said, Sag, it's very soon. Something great is coming up for you very soon. Okay? Sooner than you think. And for some of you, like I said, within 9 days, something is changing, something shifting. It could be some sort of news that comes in, or some sort of, like, it could be even just an affirmation or like a synchronicity that you see, and you know it's just for you. You could be sitting somewhere with a group of people and something crazy happens and only you can see it, or only you know what it means. But trust me, keep that to yourself. That's what you need to know. That's what you need to know, that things are going to be better from here, okay? Assets. Your investments are growing fast. If you haven't tried investing yet, this is the right time. Your future promises long-term stability. Like I said, literally assets. Invest in things. Save your money. And if you're going to spend your money, invest it into assets that are going to grow your money or that hold a lot of value, okay? To increase your net worth and expand yourself, okay? Materially and spiritually. Because wealth is spiritual, right, Sagittarius? Okay. Nice. So now we're going to tap into the Sacred Destiny Oracle and see what card comes up. Ooh. I'm going to read the potential card. I think this is actually your card. I haven't seen this one like that. Potential. Beautiful. This is super freaking beautiful. It looks like third eye chakra energy as well with that indigo color. All right. Okay, Sag. Let's read from the guidebook. Potential. Potentiality. Volcano at rest. Volcanoes erupt in places where the Earth's plates meet and where there are cracks through which lava emerges, either explosively or by flowing more slowly down a cinder cone. Even when a volcano is at rest, there is always the possibility of a huge eruption. Real quick, Sag, I do feel like you remind me of a volcano at rest. You're ready to like burst at some point. You're getting to a point of culmination. Again, 999, life path 9, being the ninth sign. Something about the ninth. The ninth. Is that literally 9 days from now? October 9th? About 9 days from now. Like something about the ninth. Wow. And then it was 414, 414. That is 9 on the recording battery. Okay. Continuing. There is the potential of great power. There are very few things on this planet more commanding than an erupting volcano. The archetypal personality of a volcano is one of a wild, unpredictable, and formidable energy. I'll say. The sacred landscape wants you to know. This card appears when you are ready to activate your potential and step into your strength. This is the time to activate those gifts that you've had on the back burner in your life. You have incredible untapped potential. This is the time to allow it to flow. An inner wellspring of power is emerging. You have a profound spiritual power that is deep within you. Do not doubt your great authority and capabilities. A dormant volcano might indicate that you have uncomfortable emotions that you are repressing or keeping inside. inner child healing, right, Sag? Thus creating emotional stress and inner pressure. It can also mean that you are on the verge of a great expansion of energy and life force. Ashe, ashe, ashe. That's so powerful. And that really affirms everything. It really beautifully ties together the overarching message of the entire reading, Sagittarius. I hope that really provided some value for you, some insight, and that it lifted your spirits during this time. I'm sending you so much love and light. Please like, subscribe to join our Sacred Soul Tribe if you haven't already, and consider commenting down below and just letting me know how this connected with you, what you'd like to see more of. Personal readings are down below in the description box and the bio. And my spiel is over. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.